Hey guys, thanks for checking in. This is Man Wisdom's Matthew introduction video. This is actually being shot all the way out in Germany. One proof of that is the sign right behind me here. This is a do not park here or you're gonna get towed sign. So this is how they tell you that in Germany. So pretty effective as there's no cars parked along this side. So, hey, with this introduction in the book of Matthew, first I just want to say Matthew was an incredible man who wrote an incredible story, recording the life of Jesus for the time that he was here on the earth among us. And whether you know this or not about Matthew, he was a tax collector. Before he met Jesus, before he stepped into the life of ministry, he was a man who basically collected money for Rome. Now, what's interesting about Matthew is that, he was seen then as like the scum of the earth, according to the Jewish people, because he was working for Roman individuals. But at the same time, even though he had a bad reputation among Jews because of his job, it's very likely that he was a man who was well off. He had a great job that likely had flexibility, power, prestige, respect, at least in the Roman culture. And he had the kind of job that many men would hope to have themselves. Honestly, I wouldn't mind having the kind of job that he did with all that it had to offer. But here's the thing about Matthew. When Jesus came into Matthew's life, he said 4 words to him. He said, "Come and follow me." And what we find out about Matthew is that he did just that. He responded to Jesus' calling. And regardless of where he was in his work and in his career, even though he was in arguably a good place, he dropped everything that he was doing so that he could follow the call of the Lord in his life. Now, this is something that we as men can learn from ourselves. And I'm not going to tell you that you need to quit your job today or you need to start doing something else. If you're doing what the Lord wants you to do, keep on doing it. But that wherever you are and however you're doing it, you have got to commit what it is that you are doing to the Lord. That you have to recognize that Jesus is calling out to you and to I, just like he did to Matthew over 2,000 years ago, saying, hey, don't worry so much about your career. Worry about where I want to bring you and what I want to do with your life, and follow me. So my hope in you hearing this is that you would know that God is calling you on you and he is asking you to follow after him, and that you would answer him with the right heart and say, yes, Lord, in whatever way and however that looks, I'll even drop whatever I'm doing in order to follow you. And so simply that is even your action in this, just to take time to assess and ask the question, is what you're doing right now, the job that you have, is that what the Lord wants you to be doing? And are you walking in tandem with him with whatever your job is or whatever you're doing in life? Let the Lord be the one who leads you. Follow him, and he will lead you into the best life you could ever imagine. And that was the truth for Matthew. There's no doubt. If he was standing here next to me right now, he would say, Joshua, man, I can't tell you how much it was worth it to leave a job that was easy, or however he would define it, in order to actually be able to walk on the earth with Jesus. And while we may not be able to walk with him physically like Matthew did, we certainly can in the Spirit. And I encourage you to do just that. All right. Bless you, brothers. And move on to the next video in Matthew. I think you'll be really encouraged by this series. I know I certainly was. And feel free to shoot me a line if you got any questions or just want to say, hey, it's always greatly appreciated, especially encouraging notes. So I love getting those from you guys. All right, cool. God bless you. And invite a friend. Tell them to go check out manwisdoms.com. So loads and loads of videos of good stuff. All right. We'll see you next time.